Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Prepping by Faith, and today we're going to discuss the items that you would need to prepare for chaos in the streets. Now, when I talk about chaos in the streets, I mean everything has gone to HE double hockey sticks outside. There are probably people in your neighborhood that don't belong there. Everybody's panicking, everybody's kind of freaking out. It could be something like the supply chain has completely broken down, and you have marauders running about because there's no food left in the grocery stores. Really anything can set off a trigger like this of events. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about today are the items that I think you would need to prepare for that situation. The first thing that I'm going to mention is having some boards purchased for your home's windows to board them up and to protect them. Now, what we've done is we've purchased a bunch of 4x8 boards. They're about a ½ inch thick from the local hardware store. I think we got them at Lowe's or Home Depot, one of the two, and we have them stashed in our garage. Now, what you want to do is go ahead and measure those out to fit your windows and have them pre-cut, because when the situation arises, you don't want to be scrambling to try to cut wood for your windows. Now, you would go ahead and install those. Probably the easiest way would be with a drill where you could just quickly screw those into place. You do want to kind of consider which windows you want to leave open though, because you're going to have some way of looking out to protect your home. So you don't want to board up every single window. For us, one of the things that we've done is we kind of left the windows that we know would not be easy access for people. They would have to have a 50-foot ladder, and we would notice them approaching the home with something like that, getting close. So that's something that you want to think about when you're planning which windows to board up. Something else that I wanted to mention is you're going to want to have some sort of reinforcement door locks for your doors. So your basic bolts and deadbolts and things you have could easily be kicked in. You want to plan on something like this that can be easily installed. Now, you could go ahead and install something like this now if you're okay with putting these larger screws and holes into your door frame. For us, we're kind of holding off on that just because I'm not comfortable putting that size hole in our door frame at the moment. But this kind of thing will withstand 800 pounds of pressure. So you want to think about these on all of your exterior doors. Something else that you want to consider having is definitely going to be stuff like your emergency radio. So that way, if you lose power, you're still able to have communication about what's going on out there. You want to have something like ham radios. So that way that you, if you have to leave or something, you can communicate with each other. You can also, have something like this that you give to a family member that lives nearby. So that way you can kind of communicate with each other as well. We do have another one. This is just one of the ones that we have here. Something else I wanted to mention is you're definitely going to want something like a headlamp. This way you have light on you. You're not trying to hold onto a weapon or something moving around your home, holding onto a flashlight as well. I mean, you do want to have some regular flashlights, but this is something you want to have in your preps. You can charge this through a USB. So if you have a generator, you have a battery bank, something like this, you can definitely keep that charged. Something else that you can use that's really cheap to kind of add extra protection layer to your home are these solar lights. They come in a multi-pack. I don't remember if it was 6 or 8, but they're fairly cheap. We already have some installed on our property, but I purchased extra ones to put up in case those ever go out. And I also wanted them EMP protected, so they are EMP protected. This is a great deterrent, because if somebody's coming up to your property and they think the power's out, and then all of a sudden they're flooded with this light, they're going to realize that, ooh, maybe this isn't the best home that I wanted to go ahead and try to break into. So you might want to even have these installed now. They're a cheap solution. They just take one little screw to drill into the side of your home. So we have them all around our home, on our back porch, that sort of thing. The other thing you want to have is you want to have some binoculars. This is great for during the day when you're trying to peer out your window and you need longer range vision of what's going on outside. And then you also want to have something like your night vision. So that way when it's pitch black, you can still look around out there and see what's going on if anybody is approaching your property. So I would suggest having these also. And then I wanted to talk about just kind of having some extra sight on your, your doors, your windows, that sort of thing. So one of the things that we have is we have just, some wireless Ring cameras. Now, obviously, if the internet was down or you didn't have power, these probably wouldn't be working for you. But something else you guys can think about are baby monitors. Now, as long as you have some sort of a battery bank, a generator, something like that, you can have these still functioning for you. And one of the things that we've kind of gamed out is just we would go ahead and move into a specific area of the home, and then part of the area of the home would not be being lived in during that time. So we thought about positioning these at different windows and things just for extra protection, so we could see if something was going to be breached. You might want to consider that. You're also going to want short range, and you're also going to want long range weapons. So consider putting these in your preps. Obviously, you need plenty of ammo and everything else on hand to defend your property. You're going to have to be able to defend yourself, your children, and your preps, okay? So then something else, moving on, if you were to have a situation where you had people lobbing things like Molotov cocktails, you're going to need a way to put out that fire if that were to land inside your home. So you're going to want things like your fire blanket. You're going to want stuff like your fire extinguisher here on hand to put out any fires immediately, so that doesn't spread and then force you out of your home. And then if the chaos continues for longer than 24 hours, you want to consider starting to fill your containers and your tubs. This is just a water bob here to protect yourself and make sure you have plenty of potable drinking water on hand, for hygiene reasons, for cooking, for drinking, all those sorts of things. So these are just some things that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention. I feel like these are much needed preps for a chaos in the street scenario, and we need to consider these things when we are prepping. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And remember to pray, prep, and put God first. God bless.